Mastering tags in Revit. Create, edit, and build custom tag families. Full tutorial. Hello, and welcome to our new video. Today we will talk about tags. A tag is an annotation used to identify and display information about elements in a Revit model. Most categories in Revit can have tags, but some require loading or creating custom tag families. Tags are located in the Annotate tab within the Tag panel. We can see that there are several options, so let's go through them one by one. First, we will select Tag by Category. Tag by Category automatically selects the correct tag family based on the selected element category. We will zoom in a bit. We can see what the tag preview for a window looks like. Before placing it, let's look at the available settings in the Modify panel. First, we can see the orientation, which is currently set to horizontal. When we click here, we can choose vertical, and this is how it would look if we select that orientation. Next, we also have Model. Model orientation rotates with the element or the view. We will keep it set to horizontal. When we click here, the Loaded Tags and Symbols window opens. These are all tag families currently loaded in the project. When we go to the Windows category, we can see that only one tag is available because we currently do not have other window tags loaded in the project. If we click on Load Family, we can load any tag family we need. So, we can choose any of these. We can also open this window by selecting a tag. When the contextual options appear below, we can click here and it will open the same window. Now we go back to Tag by Category. Next is the Leader option. It is currently enabled and we can see how it looks. Now we will turn it off and see how the tag looks without a leader. In this case, we will keep the leader enabled. Leaders are useful when there is not enough space to place the tag directly on the element. Next, we have Attached End, which is currently active. Another option is Free End. Attached End means the leader is directly connected to the element and moves with it. Free End allows independent positioning of the tag head, while the leader still references the element. In this case, we will keep Attached End. The last thing we have is the leader length. It is currently set to 12.7 millimeters. We will reduce it slightly to 7 millimeters. Now we will finally place the tag. We will place it on this window as well. Then on the door. And here. And here. We will select this door tag. It is currently set to Attached End, and we will change it to Free End. We can see that it can now be moved independently from the insertion point of the family it is tagging. We can also see this move icon here, and we will reposition it slightly. While the tag is selected, we go to Edit Tag. We can see that for the leader arrowhead, the current option is set to none. We will choose something else. Let's select Filled 3 millimeters. Let's try a different option. Arrow 30 degree. This looks much better. For this window, we can see that the tag displays the value 41. Let's check what that actually represents. We will select the window. In the Properties panel, we can see that the mark is P7. This means that the tag is not currently displaying the mark parameter. We go to Edit Type for this window. We can see that the type mark is actually 41. Mark is an instance parameter, meaning each element can have a unique value. Type mark is a type parameter, meaning all elements of the same type share the same value. For example, multiple windows of the same type can have the same type mark, but different marks. We will check the second window as well. We can see that it is the same. If we select these two windows below, we can also see that their tags show 41, which means they are the same window type. Now let's look at multi-category tag. A multi-category tag can tag different categories using shared parameters. We can see that this tag is not currently loaded in our project, so we need to load it. Let's do that. We go to Annotations and find the multi-category tag. We can see what happens. The same tag is applied to all families, meaning it displays the same parameter, in this case mark. It is important to note that this only works if the elements have a shared parameter. We will undo these multi-category tags. Another thing we can do is tag multiple elements with a single tag using the Add Remove Tag option. We will select this tag, click on Add Remove Tag, and then select these two windows that have the same mark. We will slightly adjust the appearance of the tag to make it look better. Next is the material tag. A material tag displays the material assigned to a specific part of an element, depending on where the tag is placed. For this wall, we can see that the material is common brick. Here we have softwood clapboard siding. The outer layer of the wall is gypsum board, while the structure is common brick. We will slightly move these tags. We can see that the upper tag has now changed to common brick because the tag was moved to the structure layer. We will move it back to the gypsum board layer. So, the value changes depending on where the tag is placed. Next, we continue with room tag. As the name suggests, it is used to tag rooms. Room tags display room parameters such as name, number, area, and more. Now we will demonstrate Tag All. We select the category we want to tag, for example, the door category. This means that all elements visible in the current view will be tagged. It is important to emphasize that Tag All only tags elements visible in the current view and does not affect other views. So, tags are not automatically transferred to other views, and they must be placed separately in each one. We can also see loaded tags, which are all tag families currently available for that category in the project. For doors, this is the only loaded tag. We will also select room tags. We can see that there are multiple tag types available, and we will choose the one with area. We will also select the window category. The situation is the same as with doors. We only have one tag type available. Currently, the leader is turned off. If we enable the checkbox, we will be able to adjust the leader length. However, in this case, we do not want to use a leader. We click OK. Now all elements that belong to the selected categories are tagged. The tags are slightly too large. Tag size is defined in paper size millimeters, so it appears differently depending on the view scale. When we change the scale to 150, the tags look better. However, we will return to 1:100, and later we will adjust the tag size directly. For the door tag, we can see that it displays the mark parameter, unlike the window tag, which was displaying the type mark. Now we will edit the existing tags. We will select this window tag and go to Edit Family. When we click on this label, in the Properties panel, we can see that the text size is currently 3 millimeters. Now we go to Edit Label. A window opens where we can add the parameters we want our tag to display. We can see that it is currently set to type mark. We no longer want that, so we will remove it and add mark instead. We click OK. This frame around the label is created using lines. We will select the label again to reduce its size. We can see that we currently do not have other size options. We go to Edit Type, then Duplicate, and set a new size of 1.5 millimeters. Click OK. Now we go to Create to draw a new frame around the tag. Let it be a circle. We will delete the existing hexagonal shape. Now we load this tag into the project. We select Overwrite. We can see that the change has been applied. We will delete this tag for multiple elements. Now we select this tag, click Copy, and copy it to these 3 windows. Revit automatically associates the copy tag with the correct element if placed on a valid host. Now we will refine this tag further. We open Edit Family again. Then we click Edit Label again. We will add width and then height. Click OK. We will stretch the label frame. We can see that everything is currently in one line, which does not suit us. We will enable break so that it appears in 2 lines. Regarding the option wrap between parameters only, this allows line breaks only between parameters, not within the parameter text itself. We click OK. Next, we want to add a separator between width and height, so we will add the symbol X. We do this by going to the width parameter and adding a space followed by X in the suffix. We will delete the circle and draw a rectangle instead. We will slightly extend it. Now we go to Edit Label and add sill height. For height, we will enable break so that sill height appears on a new line. Click OK. We will slightly reposition everything. Now we load it into the project again and choose Overwrite. Next, we will add unit labels. We go back to Edit Family, then Edit Label. For sill height, in the suffix we add a space and then cm. We will do the same for height. It is generally better to control units through format settings, but here we are adding them as a suffix for easier display. Again, we load into the project and overwrite. It looks good. Now let's refine the door tag. We select it and go to Edit Family. Click on the label, then go to Edit Type to reduce the size. Again, we set it to 1.5 millimeters. Now we go to Edit Label and add width and height parameters. We set bracket mark, and for height, in the suffix we again add a space and X to separate width and height. We will slightly stretch the label frame and adjust the border. We load it into the project and overwrite. It looks good, but it takes up a bit too much space. Let's refine it further. We go to Edit Label again. Now we set break also for width, and we remove the X and replace it with cm. We adjust the frame again and load it into the project. Now it looks better. We can also add a line between width and height if needed. Now, let's refine the room tag. We select it and go to Edit Family. We can see that there are several labels here. We open Family Types and see that there are 3 variations, a basic room tag, one with area, and one with volume. Later, we will show how to create these variations. For now, we will reduce the text size to 1.5 millimeters. We will set all parameters to 1.5 millimeters. Then we will slightly reposition them for a cleaner layout. Now we load it into the project. It looks good, but this rectangle is unnecessary. Let's fix that. We open Edit Type and notice that the border is not enabled, yet we still see a rectangle in the project. We click Cancel. We will solve this by opening Visibility/Graphics, VG on the keyboard. We go to Annotation Categories, enable the show box, and click OK. Now we can see the rectangle that was visible in the project. We will adjust it slightly. Then we load it into the project again and overwrite. We will test all 3 tag variations. So, we have learned how to edit existing tags. In the next part of the video, we will show how to create a custom tag. We go to File, then New, then Family. Then we go to Annotations and select Metric Window Tag. We can see 2 reference planes. We click on Label. Immediately, we go to Edit Type and create a new text size of 1.5 millimeters. Now we click here, which opens a window. We add width. Then height. In sample value, we enter 120 and here 160. Click OK. We will move the label to the center and adjust the frame. In the Properties panel, under Horizontal Align, we have several options. It is currently set to center. We can see how it looks if we select left, and this is how it looks if we select right. We return it to center. We also have Vertical Align. It is currently set to middle, and we also have top and bottom options. We will slightly reposition the label. Then go to Edit Label. For width, in the suffix we add a space and type X. For height, we add a space and then cm. Now we go to Create and add a new label. We will add sill height. In sample, we enter 90. Then in the suffix, we add a space and type cm. We will slightly reposition it. So, we can add parameters one by one using separate labels, or we can include multiple parameters within a single label, depending on what suits us. We will add another label. Mark. In sample, we enter P1. We will draw a frame around the mark label. We will slightly refine it. We enable preview visibility on to see approximately how it will look. Now we turn it off. Now we save this tag and name it W tag. We load it into the project. We select the existing tag and replace it with the newly created one. This is how it would look with vertical orientation, but we will keep it horizontal. We do not want the background to be opaque, so we will change it to transparent. Click OK. Since we changed it in the tag label, we can see that it has updated everywhere. Now we will do the following. We will change the tag color. We select the label, go to Edit Type and click on Color. We choose green. Click OK and OK again. Now we will make the mark bold. We go to Edit Type, then Duplicate and create a new type called Bold. It looks good. We load it into the project and choose Overwrite. Now we will also change the leader arrowhead. We will select arrow filled 15 degree. Since our tag is green, we will make both the frame and the arrowhead green as well. For that, we go to Manage, then Object Styles. Object Styles affect all tags of that category globally within the project. We go to Annotation Objects, scroll to Windows, and set the color to green. Click OK and OK again. Now everything is the same color. We open Object Styles again. We can also choose a line pattern. For example, dash dot. We can also adjust the line weight. We will set it to 4. Click OK. We do not see a change yet, and that is because thin lines are enabled. We go to View and turn off thin lines. Now we can see the line thickness we set. Now we will replace all other window tags with this new type. We will slightly reposition them. Looks good. Next, we continue creating custom tags now for doors. We repeat the same process. We go to File, then New, then Family, then Annotations, and we select Metric Door Tag. The process is the same as for Windows. We click on the label and first reduce the size to 1.3 millimeters. The background will be transparent. We click somewhere in the middle and add parameters. First, we add mark. In sample, we enter V1. We enable thin lines again because it looks better. We slightly reposition it. Next, we add a new label. We choose width and then height. In sample, we enter 90 and 210. We enable break. In the suffix, we add a space and then cm. We slightly reposition it. We draw a frame around it. Something like this. Now we save it and name it dtag. We load the tag into the project. We replace the existing door tag with the newly created one. We will also change the color of this tag. We go to Edit Type, then Color, and choose, for example, red. We will again make the mark bold. We load it into the project. Now we go to Object Styles, then Annotation, then Doors, and set a slightly darker red color. It looks good. Now we replace all other door tags with this new one. We reposition them slightly. We will also add an arrowhead. For example, open 2 millimeters. Now we will create a custom room tag. Again, File, then New, then Family, then Annotations, then Metric Room Tag. We click on the label, and as before, we first reduce the size to 1.5 millimeters. The background will be transparent. We click anywhere on the screen and start adding parameters. We add name and then number. We move number to the first position. For name, in sample we enter living and enable break. Next, we add perimeter. In the prefix, we type P equals and then a space. In sample, we enter 15, and in the suffix we add a space and M. We click on break. Now we add area. Again, we click on break. In the prefix, we type A equals and a space. In the suffix, we type M, then press Alt plus 253 to get the squared symbol. We also add base finish and enable break. Click OK. We will reduce the frame a little and move it. Now let's edit color. We change the color to blue. Let's pick a different shade of blue. That's better. Now we save this tag as room tag and load it into the project. We can see that there are a few issues. The perimeter is not correct because it should be in meters. Also, for area, we have the unit displayed twice. When we click on this tag, the Change Parameter Values window opens, and we can modify the value. We will enter tile. Now we will fix the issues. We go to Edit Label. We select Perimeter, then go to Format. A window opens. We see that it is currently using project settings. We will disable that and change the units from millimeters to meters. For unit symbol, we leave none, since we already added M in the suffix. We keep the rounding as is. We do the same for area. We disable Use Project Settings. Now we load it into the project. We can see that it is now correct. We will delete base finish. Now we want to make base finish optional, meaning we want two versions of the tag, with and without base finish. First, we edit the label and remove base finish from the main label group. Then we add a new label and place base finish there. We position it like this. Now we go to Family Types and create a new type called Room Tag without base finish. Click OK. Then we create another type called Room Tag with base finish. Now we create a new parameter. We name it base finish. For data type, we select Yes/No. We select the Without Base Finish type and uncheck the box so that it is not included in that type. Click OK. Let's test what we have created. We enter wood. Now we check if it works. We can see that it does not. Let's fix it. We select the base finish label, then in Properties, under Visible, we click the small box and link it to the base finish parameter. In this way, we use a Yes/No parameter to control the visibility of the label within the tag. This means we can have different tag types with or without this parameter. We load it back into the project. Now when we test it, it works. We select the version with base finish. We replace all other tags with this latest version. Actually, we will keep the version without base finish. We'll rearrange the tags a bit. If we want to create a tag for specialty equipment or any category that does not have a predefined tag in Revit, we can do it like this: File, then New, then Family, then Annotations, then Metric Generic Tag. Generic tag is used when no specific tag family exists for a category. Here we see a note telling us to select the category for the tag we want to create. We go to Family Category and Parameters and select Specialty Equipment tags. We delete the note. Now we add a label. We select type name and family name and enable break. We reduce the size and set the background to transparent. We reposition it slightly. Now we load the tag into the project. We can see that the tag appears a bit large, but that is because of the family naming. We can change the type name to something like example. It becomes slightly smaller. We will revert the name back to refrigerator. We can also change the family name of the refrigerator, or we can remove that part from the tag. We will remove family name and load the tag again into the project. In the Loaded Tags and Symbols dialog, we can review all available tag families in the project and set default tags for each category. Tags are a fundamental part of Revit documentation. They allow us to display element data directly in drawings, making our documentation clearer and more informative. By customizing tags, we can control exactly what information is shown and how it is presented, which is essential for both design development and construction documentation. Understanding how tags work, including tag families, parameters, and visibility controls, gives you full control over how your project communicates information. We hope this tutorial helps you improve your Revit workflow. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials.